Hey, what's going on, y'all? Let's see, am I connected to this real quick? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. So, what's going on? How are you guys? Thanks for being here. I'm excited to be here too. I'm make sure these headphones are not gonna like fall off in the middle of this. So, what's going on? We're gonna do the Wheel of Names, like always. We're going to do some readings here. Can you guys hear me okay? I got you right here and I got you right here, so sorry if I'm a little back and forth. Nice. Okay, well, we're here now, so let's do this. How are you guys doing? Yeah, Lynn, I was going to give you a reading first, so go ahead and post your question and I will start, after this reading, I'll do the list and everything. So we'll be ready to go. But Lynn, I did promise you. So go ahead and post yours, Lynn. And then we'll do the list, okay? So for those of you that are new, don't know if there's any new faces here. I think I see a couple of them. So hi. Go ahead and subscribe and like this video. And get on this list. This list we're going to be doing. We're going to spin a wheel with names, everyone's name, and subscribers. And we're going to see who gets picked. It's not going to be everyone, but it's going to be probably around 8 to 10. So if you really, really need a reading, like bad, like you can't wait or you just like don't want to wait, I get it. And you can donate. All the information for that is in the description below. And if you're new, of course, you're going to need to check that out just to see how things work around here. But I'm kind of just explaining it briefly here. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and look in the description and you can always donate if you need a reading today. Because again, not everyone is going to be chosen. The wheel's going to choose for us. So if you really, really desperately need a reading for sure, donate, you'll get one, like right after you donate. And those of you who just are here for the fun, see what happens, and it's definitely not a requirement to donate. So I just like to be able to do this for you guys, but I'm just saying for you, if you really need something, that's how you can do that, okay? So with that being said, let's get into this. Oh, another thing, in the description, I give some recommendations for books and all the decks I'm using in this video, so check that out if you're interested in the decks or if you're into astrology. There's some really cool stuff. So Lynn, you said general anything, and then you said it could not wait. You couldn't wait, but you're just like general. There's nothing you really need to know about. It's kind of funny. You're like, yeah, I've been waiting so long, oh my god, but whatever comes out, Okay, so Lynn, general for Lynn. What is going on with Lynn? We need to know. Anything we need to know for Lynn, please. Lynn. The Lovers, okay. So, Gemini perhaps? Oh, I'm glad to be here on too. And I'm glad you guys are here. Go ahead and like this video if you guys get a chance. I'd really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are here. I see a few new names. I'm excited. Okay, so if you're not a Gemini, there's no Gemini in your life, let's say, or there is, but let's say there's not. If there isn't, then we're talking about lovers here. Is there a situation in love? Let's see what else comes out. Maybe that's not happening yet, or maybe it already did. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, I was going to say, it's either the past or future. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet, or current. But it seems like it's, you kind of thinking about something from the past. Like you kind of, how has everything come up to this point? Like, why am I in this situation I'm in? You're just thinking about every event that has led to this point now in regards to, possibly love, or it could have even been a conflicting decision you had to make where there was two sides. There's the good and a bad side. It could have been a hard decision to make, and you're just kind of thinking about everything now, how you've gotten to this point. And it could also be regarding love, of course, or a Gemini person. And it looks like now you're in a position of stability. If not, since you're asking for a general, I would say, you said the person I've been with for 13 years, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Okay. So it probably is related then to your security or your stability in the situation, maybe money, the ability to take care of yourself, your self sufficiency, and your independence, I would say too, because the Queen of Pentacles is very independent. Um, she's alone in this card. She can take care of herself, and it seems kind of a bit lonely. She kind of looks a bit sad, but it doesn't mean that's a bad thing. In this card, it just represents, she's got her pentacle, she can take care of herself. And sometimes when we're, working really hard, we don't have much of a social life. So that could be all that is. Maybe it's a bit lonely, but you can take care of yourself, and that's what's important. So that's what we're looking at here. It's like you have your own back. Maybe this is what you're thinking about though, if you feel like you don't have the ability to live on your own or be stable on your own, maybe that's something you're thinking about. Like, how did I get into this situation? Like, how did I get into this position I am in myself right now? And maybe that's an issue for you or something, of concern. So, Three of Cups, it could be, hanging out with friends. I know I just said that you're kind of a bit lonely. Maybe it's pointing at, look, friendship is important right now. Get out there and get your friends together, start talking, get that support group going, because it's important to have support group people, people that actually care, not just acquaintances. And believe it or not, this isn't drinking buddies. This is, good friends coming together, celebrating something, being supportive of each other. It's going to be important to have that in your life. Let's see what this is concerning, though. Why are we bringing out this lover situation? And why are we talking about, past and friends and getting support, self-sufficiency? What is the deal here? What do we need to know? Okay, I kind of get it now. It's I think I get what it's trying to say. You need to take action in some way, and you'll have many opportunities to do that. It's just, it could have been something that you've been trying to do for a long time. You haven't done. You need to do it. You're not sure how to approach it, or maybe you are sure, but you're just kind of nervous, or, you need to take action on something. And I feel like you've needed to for a while. Now is the time to start doing it. Like, no more thinking about it. It's time to just take action. Like this card, even in itself, is kind of like contemplation. I mean, it's not contemplating. You're thinking about how everything's come to what it is. It's not really, contemplating, but it's still thinking. Even though it's a wand, it's like the energy of the card is like he's sitting there, like embracing it, also just like realizing what it is and how he's gotten, to this point. And so it's like with the Ace of Wands, it's like no more that, it's time to like do something about it. Okay, it's time to take action, and you'll have many opportunities to do that again. So shouldn't be an issue. It's just kind of doing it. Like all opportunities, we can miss them. We can miss opportunities. We don't have to. I mean, it's not given. You have to do something. So it's kind of saying, look, Lynn, it's time to take action on this. Stop thinking about it. Do something, whatever it is. And you probably know what it is, but it could be many things, It's just like you got to start acting. Stop, like, questioning, analyzing, preparing. I mean, do it, It seems like this is like what you would need. This is the Libra card, but if there's no Libra in your life, or if there is, it could be both. But I really feel strongly with this card. It's talking about this is what you need to balance out everything. It's like everything in moderation, little of everything. But the thing is, with you, like this, what's needed to balance things out for you is to take action. Like that's the most important thing for you right now, and everything will kind of even out. I feel like that's the missing piece here. If you don't do that, I feel like that's kind of the thing that, is preventing you from feeling stable or, being where you want to be. It's like you need to do something. And like I'm surprised the Eight of Swords isn't here, because it's reminding me of like someone feeling like stuck. And if not stuck, it's just that vibe of like, if I don't do something soon, like I'm gonna lose my mind, or I'm gonna freaking like, I'm not cool with this anymore. Like I need to do something about this. So yeah, again, overall, I just feel like you really need to take action on something. You'll feel so much better about yourself. And I wouldn't say that you're not stable. It's just that like financially and don't have a house or something, like you're good, but it's like you need to feel good about yourself too. You need to feel like it's okay, like you're good, you're fine. And so it's almost emotional. Like you need to take action so that later on it doesn't get to you in a way that you start feeling bad. You know, it's like you just need to do it now because it's time and you're going to feel bad later if you don't. Like whatever makes you not hate yourself later, you know, do that now. Prepare for that now, but by taking action, okay? That makes sense. Hopefully it does. So take action, Lynn. Seriously, okay. So we're going to start this list here. And so anyone that's here right now, I know that, you know, you guys have been here, but some people have probably left by now. So whoever is here right now, just say hey into the chat. Just say something, anything, and, you know, letting me know that you would like a reading still. And make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like this video and let me know. And I'll put this on. I'll put you on the list. I'm just looking for a pencil. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. I just had it, so don't you love when that happens? You're like, where? It's hiding. It's hiding. It's like, Jesus. Okay. So yeah, if you would like a reading, please just let me know in the chat really quick. Even if you've been here saying stuff, I just need to know like who's here right now, so I can put you on the list and we don't waste time. Okay, so I'm not finding it. Awesome. That's so cool. I love when that happens. Okay. Well, let's just continue. I guess I'll just type it in. Screw it. Bothers me though. Yep, got it. It's like I can't let this just happen. Okay. So let me get you guys going. Okay. Right on, Lynn. Okay. Jade's cloud. Starting with Jade's cloud. So if you are above that, go ahead and just say it again because that's where I'm going to start. So I feel like that's the start. But if I miss somebody who said it already, then just know I'm starting at Jade's cloud. Breezy, breezy. Hey, you guys. Sakina. Debolina. Glad to see you again. Srabi Lau. I think you're new. Cheeky Cheeky. Or Chicky Chicky. I don't know. I still don't know, but we're just going to go with it. My vowels are a little bit off sometimes. Bayonet. If I'm saying your names wrong and it bothers you, please let me know because I'm not going to be able to know that. But if it doesn't, then cool. It's not like the message will be any different. It's still your message. Okay, I think I have everyone that's here right now. So I'm going to type you in. I have a different one that I was going to do today. I don't know if it makes a noise though. So let's see if that makes a noise. Because we want one that's like, yay. I'm just testing it real quick. I like this one more. It's like is anyone a Pisces here? Just curious. Just curious. Because it just picked Pisces, but we're gonna do a different picker wheel. I'm using picker wheel today, okay, you guys? So Just so you know, in the description it says Wheel of Names, but I'm going to use Picker Wheel. It's kind of a new one. Just going to try it, you know. Same thing. Same thing. So let's see. But just letting you know if you're curious what I'm using here. I don't own the rights to it or anything like that. So, but we're grateful to be able to use it because we love it. I love it already. And I think you guys will too. It's kind of like the same thing as a wheel, so that we use usually. But you heard that noise right now? That's the one we're dealing with today. It's kind of cool. Debolina. Just a second, you guys. Just getting your names down. So if you are new or you're just joining us, please let me know in the chat that you'd like a reading, okay? Because I'm doing the list now. And if you guys are new here, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know you'd like a reading, and I'll put you on this list, okay? Okay. Yeah, got you, Priyanka. And then, okay, Shravana. How you doing, girl? Yep, you're the last one. Okay. I hope I got everyone's name spelled correctly. I think so. All right, so I'm going to read off the list really quick, and if you're missing off this list, let me know. Jade's Cloud, Breezy Breezy, Sakina U, Debolina Adikari, yeah, you know who you are. Surabi. See, my vowels are all fucked up, but you know who you are. Let me know if that bothers you though. Like, you can give me a little pronunciation, and I'll look at that. So, you know, if it bothers you, please let me know because I'm not going to be able to know, you know, by myself. Chicky, Kayanat, Okari, Priyanka, Kalpana, Shavona. Okay? Anyone else? Did I miss anybody? Let me know now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I have 10 here. There's 10 people right now, so I think I got everyone. All right. All right. Ready? Cool. Right on, Priyanka. Please post your question. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. And I have a new deck today that I just got. So if any of you want to know about anything sexual with you and your partner, let's do that. I have a deck for it now. So that's all covered. Just let me know what kind of deck you'd like me to use, and I will use it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it too. Everyone likes the wheel. So I'm glad you like it too. This is the giant Rider-Waite, regular Rider-Waite giant. This is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Okay. Ethereal Visions Tarot. That sexual one I was talking about, sex fortunes. And we have Celestial Tarot. And this one, I think this one's contemporary. I'm not exactly 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure someone will know. It's a common one. This back, I don't know if any of you guys know tarot cards, but it's a common one. I think it's contemporary or maybe Smith. I'm not sure. But it's just regular Rider-Waite. But, whichever one you guys want me to use, if you have a preference, let me know. What are current feelings of S for me? Okay, let's see. I'm going to start with the giant Rider-Waite, just because I like to pick the main energies for the start of the question with this deck. But if you have any preferences, please just let me know, and we'll go for it. Okay. So we get Cancer. It might not be a Cancer, if you're a Cancer, he is, or not. I'm just letting you know this means Cancer. It also means that, it's like someone taking action and moving forward. So kind of like, I would say, maybe they're going to take action towards you. Maybe they're thinking about how to approach you, and if they're going to or not. Or maybe they are. Let's see what the rest of the reading says to find out, okay? You said you're Cancer, so awesome. Awesome. It says Four Swords. Okay. So it's kind of like you possibly are taking a break on something. Now, what you're taking a break on, we just don't know yet, but let's see if we can find out. Taking a rest, a little bit of distance from something. Okay. So there's like a cycle that you've been going through. And this is something that I would say that it's probably, as the seasons change type thing, like maybe a few times a year. You said we had an argument yesterday. Overall, this is an energy of like cycles, like things that kind of like circle back around and don't change really. It doesn't always mean that, but in your case, I feel like that's what it is saying. And so it's kind of like you have to take action on something, kind of like the last reading, but more so about, you have to make a change. You should take some distance probably from the person. You said you had an argument, so even with you saying that, it's like, it's probably talking about distance from them. Take some distance because you don't want to do this again and again and again. You want to break that cycle and do something different to get a different result. If you're not happy with what you've been getting, you have to switch it up. You have to make a change. So I would say that, this is talking about that. It's kind of like make some distance, ask yourself, what do I need to do? And do something that you don't usually do, within reason, but it's you moving forward and taking this action. This is for your own peace, harmony, balance, and well-being, by the way. So don't forget that. This is Sagittarius energy as well. But if you don't have a Sag in your life, or, there's that, Sag, then it's talking about, the balance and the good feeling, you feeling evened out and everything's good. And this is like your mental health, your emotional well-being. It matters. So in order to get to that point, you have to break this cycle. And I think that's what you're going to be doing, So let's see how they're feeling about that. How are they feeling about this person? How are they feeling about this distance that she may be taking, or about this argument in general? Currently, what are their feelings? Okay. I would say they're still focused on their stability, maybe, wanting to like provide you with stability. But then again, I think they're mainly focused on what they can, how they can feel stable. So it's kind of funny. I wonder if, Cancers, their security is a big thing. Okay. I mean, it is for everyone, but really for Cancer, it's very much so for Cancer, like more than other signs, I would say. So this person kind of is showing that, but in a way that's more, I guess you could say self-serving. Not that you shouldn't watch out for yourself, but it's just, I would say that most of all, that's what they're thinking about is like, yeah, stability, but, and it seems like they're kind of like ready to offer that to you. Like maybe they think they fucked up, or like they really want to make things right, or like, this is something that can be prepared and they want to do that. Whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, they're still thinking about their own security first, which isn't a bad thing. But, with this card, it kind of represents like, he's got 9 cups here, filled to the brim. He's good. He's not suffering. He's not hungry. He's not needing really anything. He's got a little bit of what he needs and wants there, and he'd probably take more is the thing. It's a little bit of greed, maybe not considering your feelings as much as his own, maybe kind of feeling like, well, what he can get out of it. So yeah, you said he's not ready for stability, and that's what you're looking for. So yeah, I mean, like with this card, it just kind of represents like, with the Knight of Pentacles that just fell, stability and kind of working towards that, and like that's a concern. That's something that's, being paid attention to and kind of like not required necessarily, but that's something that he's going after, but in a selfish way, not really about like us, but himself. So what does this all mean? What does this all mean for you guys? Like, why is right? It's funny. Like, what does it all mean? Well, there's lack of clarity here. So really, it's like up in the air. It's like, hi, Sahu. It's up in the air because he's probably sending mixed messages or mixed signals to you. So to you, you probably feel very confused. Like, I don't know how he feels 1 second to, every second it changes, or every day it changes. He talks to me a lot. He tells me he wants to do this, and then he kind of is distant. So that's why it's saying for you to be distant. It's saying for you to make some distance so you can understand what you need to do. It doesn't really matter what he's doing. I mean, it does, but it's like up to you, of course, but it's more important right now for you to break this cycle of, this whole routine. Like, you need to figure out what you need to do and take action on that, move forward on that, whether or not he's with you, or left behind. It's really because of this confusion. I think you're right that he's not really ready to, be serious in the way that you are, because it wouldn't be someone who is ready and willing to make it work and make it happen in a way that's, to make each other feel secure and actually, make it work in a way that's like you're cooperating with each other, right? So, I mean, obviously with the moon, it's like he's not even concrete. He's not straightforward, or he's not laying it out on the table and then what he wants and what he's going to do. It's up in the air. So for you, I feel like it's really just kind of a waste of time, at least right now, because he's not ready. I mean, if he was, it would be clear what he wants. And the moon's here showing clouded thinking, and it's just not. He's not being straightforward about it. That's why you're confused. And so I would say, he feels. You already know what he feels, really, because it's like he doesn't really want to take it seriously, at least right now. Okay, not saying he doesn't like you or think you're cool and all, but for what you're wanting, it's not the same thing. He's willing to kind of like not be, and he probably won't say like, I don't want that. He's gonna say like just things that are not clear. You're not gonna know what he wants or what he's doing, but he's not really going to give you a straight out answer. So it's kind of like he's not serious about it, not serious about it at all. Maybe he's not ready. I wouldn't say it's personal. Maybe this is just the person he is all the time. Give me the energy of him in relationships. What does she need to know about the person he is in relationships? Is this just him all the time? Or, okay, you need some healing. 3 of Cups. Why? Page of Wands. Okay. Okay. Give me the Page of Wands, or I'm sorry, give me the 3 of Cups energy here. What is this representing for her? What does she need to know about him in relationships? Okay. 6 of Wands. So here we go. It's definitely, it's kind of like pointing towards you more than him, really. And there's a reason for that. The reason is because it's more important what you're doing for yourself right now. Because really, like, you can ask about him. And the reason it keeps talking about you is because what I'm getting from it is what you need to know is that, I mean, it's just kind of an opinion, right? But basically it's a waste of your time. Because I know you don't feel that way, but it keeps telling you to focus on you. It keeps telling you to get your health back in order. Because obviously this person's probably just going to make it harder for you to do that. Not like they're purposely doing that, but being associated with them and waiting around for them, is going to make you feel like you're out of balance because he's not going to give you a straight answer. He's not ready. Like you said, perfect way to say it, because he's kind of like, this is like a kid almost, early stages of a situation. Like, and he might regret some things too because it happened too fast. He didn't think about it very much. He kind of just went for it. Now he's like, wait, wait, wait. And it's just too, he can't go back. So he's kind of being a bit harsh about it, standoffish, mixed signals, and just not cool about it. It's not right. So your job is to, you don't have to, you can do whatever you want with your free will, but your job is to heal and find your friends and support group and get back to you, because this person is not wanting what you're wanting. So you can decide what to do with that. But they're not really a mature person in relationships, at least right now with you. It's not something that you should hope is, you can hope, but I'm saying it's not something that you should depend on, or rely on, because from here it seems like it's not going to happen, okay, in the way that you want it to. So don't be ashamed of that, do what you need to do. Sucks to have to leave people, but it's like, if they're not on the same wavelength as you, what can you do? That's on them. Okay. Let's see. All right, is there anyone else? Yes, so who? Nikita? Vrinda? Okay, I think I got everyone who's here and new. Yes, okay. I think I got everyone. So let's try this again. Ready? Is it gonna be? Oh. Jade's Cloud. Jade's Cloud, are you still here? If so, please post your question and we'll get started on it for you, okay? And if you have any decks in mind, please let me know and we'll work with those for you, okay? Yay. Okay. What are my Aries O's current feelings and thoughts for me? Did I read for you yesterday about this? Jade's Cloud? I think I did. I think you asked a question like this yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. I think it was yesterday. And that's fine. Like, if that's the case, I just wanted to know, because if so, we're going to kind of tweak the question a little bit. We're going to change it up, because you can't be asking the same exact question every day, because it's just not, you asked and it's not going to be any different, or it's going to give you an answer that you don't want to hear, just because you have to give, things time to change and take place. So if we're asking the same question, it's just pointless. So let's tweak it a little bit and say, what do we need to know about O? And you know, what's his energy toward you right now? What's his energy in regards to you right now? Okay. Well, let's break this down. Somebody's feeling a bit like their hands are tied in a situation. Like maybe they feel like they have to do something, or they're obligated, or not even obligated, but it's like they literally have no other choice, is what they feel and think. Like it's what they need to do. There's no way out of it. You know, this is what they're going to have to do. It is a bit restricting and they feel a bit stuck, but it really is all in their head. Like nothing is literally holding them there, but they feel like it is, you know, like guilt or something, maybe. I don't know. So there's neglect, or there's like, you know, someone feeling left out in the cold. It could be them feeling like they're on their own, you know, trying to do whatever they're trying to do, and, you know, feeling obligated to do. And it could also mean that they're kind of neglecting you or leaving you to deal with things on your own, like you feel neglected, you know. And it's kind of a harsh energy that's like somebody, either he's feeling like he's left out in the cold, or he's kind of doing that to you. So let's see here. So what is this Eight of Swords here for the Aries person? Okay. So yeah, this was like a new connection. Maybe they asked you out, or, you know, whatever was between you romantically. It started, but it was young. It was kind of immature, I would say. True, okay. Maybe it started that way. You know, it was kind of like childlike, or like high school. You know, it's just very kind of immature, not very mature. And you know, somebody has their shit together though, and somebody is willing to offer that out to others. So I feel like there's one of you who really kind of, more than the other, is in a position to help, or to offer, you know, financially, or just, you know, in some way. Maybe that's just their personality. They give, 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 give. And that's not a bad trait, but, you know, in the wrong hands, it can be. If somebody wants to manipulate or take advantage of that, or just take from you. But I don't really see anything like that yet. It's just showing that, you know, there's kind of this immature energy. And then, you know, there's also a person who's like wanting to give all, you know, that they have to give, which could be good or bad, but, you know, we'll see right now. Of course, Evie, I will add you to this list right after this reading, okay? Can you guys go ahead and like this video, please? I'd really appreciate that. Okay, so let's break this down. Sorry, if I don't do this now, I'm going to end up falling asleep. I could just feel that I'm like getting all calm and chill, and it's just getting too comfortable. I might end up falling asleep. I don't know if any of you guys have seen me fall asleep live, but it's happened. So I know when it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna stand up. So sorry about that, but let's do this. Okay. So yeah, I mean, there is someone feeling restricted here, and then there's another person, and I feel like these are, you know, it's one and the other, right? One person's restricted, and the other person's feeling like, you know, they're willing to give all, and so it's a bit imbalanced. You know, it's a bit unhealthy in this situation. They feel, in regards to you, I think they feel like they are, you know, doing most of the work, or they feel stuck, or they feel like they can't get out. Maybe they feel obligated to help you in some way, or be there and do something. There's a commitment here. So it's like, and this is Taurus as well. There's a Taurus involved, but they're You know, also because it's kind of like what people are expecting of them. Like, they would look really bad if they kind of just abandoned you, like, completely. So even though there's like this feeling of neglect and, you know, in a way abandonment, it's not completely there. I think that they're kind of still there because it's in some way because of the way it would probably look, or maybe make them feel like they're a bad person. You know, there's some kind of expectation on them, and they're really feeling that. It's like really important to them, and it's not even really right. So yeah. So there's the There's a commitment. It's like people, you know, it would look bad to be that person who, well, maybe this is why this is happening. Okay. So if it seems like he's not bothered, I mean, sometimes people, that's how they handle situations like that, right? They don't face it. And especially because he's feeling like this, right? Especially because he's feeling like stuck, his hands are tied, he doesn't know what to do. It makes sense that he would kind of want to just not deal with it, right? So this, though, this commitment, it's like that's the thing that is expected. And so that's even worse in a way, because if he doesn't want that, he doesn't want to face that. That makes more sense why he would be just so quick to like brush you to the side and maybe seem like he doesn't care, because it's hard to care. It's hard to be like, I'm sorry, I just don't want to hurt your feelings, but it's easier to just be gone, you know? So I would say that, you know, it's not because he's completely heartless, but there is still that degree of kind of like not really being straightforward about things. And again, we come back to this whole maturity and this whole connection. It's like from the start, it was kind of doomed to fail just because he's not really emotionally mature, you know? So what can you expect from a person who's not really ready for a relationship? If he's telling you that, he's definitely showing it. And he's an Aries, so I mean, good luck. No, Aries can be, you know, but it's just, he's not, it's almost like the expectation's even worse. And that's why he feels stuck too, because it's just like, and he's really not. But with everybody pressuring, and that's the thing too, it's like they're probably not. It's just him thinking that, you know? Because this is like the swords are in the ground, his hands are tied, her hands are tied. She has a blindfold on, but her ankles are free. And the swords aren't going to do anything to stop her. So really, she just thinks this is happening. She thinks she's stuck, but it's really just all in her head. So I would say it's kind of like, okay, bye. I don't want to deal with it. You know, you may hear from him soon. It'll be casual and it won't even be like, because he doesn't want to deal with it, right? But he might get bored or miss you in some way. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's just like he's heartless and doesn't like you, but I don't think he wants to deal with the whole expectation of the whole thing, especially you already know he doesn't want to commit. So it's like he may try to weasel his way back in some casual way. It's not going to change much, but I think you already know that he's not really taking it as serious as you'd like him to take it. So I'm not seeing anything that disagrees with that, you know? And you're a Taurus. Okay. Well, that's Taurus. So he's feeling stuck, and that's why he's distanced himself. You think he's not ready for a relationship, and I mean, I would say that's probably pretty correct. I don't think he's completely heartless. I think he does like you, but it's like that's just how he's handling it because he feels stuck. And when an Aries feels stuck, it's not going to last long. They're not going to feel stuck. They're going to just do whatever they want to do anyway. You know, and in this case, he's not going to deal with it and he's going to dip. And I feel like he's not going to be gone for very long, but when he comes back, it's not like he's going to all of a sudden want to commit. You already know what you need to know about him, so it's like use your better judgment on that one, you know, when that does happen. That's the best advice I can give. It's kind of like you already know what you need to do, but don't be shocked if like he comes back around at some point. I mean, it doesn't mean he's changed. Well, good for you that you didn't like that, because that's kind of like ew. Like you think that I'm just gonna wait. Like, why can't you be ready now if you think you're gonna be ready later? You know. So good for you. Seems like you're like not taking that bullshit. And I mean, whatever. You're not ready. He's not ready. You know. Maybe he's being honest about that. But it's just like you don't need to wait around. And he's not. You're not his. You know. You're like, no, I'll have you know real quick. Yeah. So I wouldn't say anything's really going to change, but he may come back around at some point. So just like be careful with that. It's like if somebody's different, it's like you'll know, like because they'll be different. They won't be the same in the way they expect things, in the way they treat you, in the way that they're kind of like, working towards, some kind of maybe goal, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. But together, then it's obvious this is what he wants, this is what he's, putting effort towards. But till then, you already know what you need to know, basically. Sahoo! Okay, Sahu, go ahead and post your question for us. Okay. How does Ashok feel towards me? Okay. For Sahu, how does Ashok feel towards me? He again came back into my life for 2 months. I wonder if that's something you want to keep happening, or if you want to make a change. You're gonna let him just, come in and out. We are both separated before 4 months. Okay. So 5 of Pentacles, Temperance. He's definitely like reminiscing, I guess you could say, just thinking about how everything's come to the point where you guys are at now. Every single thing that's occurred, not every single thing, but the events that have happened, how it's led to this point, things you guys have been through, reasons you're together, like, just kind of like taking it all in, like, what is this? And really kind of going over it in his mind. It's kind of like a freeing energy because he knows that like he's created this. So it's kind of like something to be proud of in a way. And there is, this level of serenity, I guess you could say, balance, or, it feels good to be in this situation. It feels like this is right, or at least at one point it did, because the first card we have here is kind of talking about neglect, a little bit of distance, someone feeling left out in the cold. So I feel like if it's not them feeling left out in the cold towards you, obviously, I would say, you're not happy with the distance that you guys have had. And, it could be him as well, but we are asking about his feelings, towards you. So somebody feels a little bit left out. Maybe he felt unappreciated, even if he felt like, I was appreciating him all the time. Everyone's different. So some people just don't need to hear it. They need to see that you're putting effort. Or some people don't need to, have you do everything for them, but they want to hear these nice words, or, have you give them a gift, and so they know you really kind of are considering them, or, it's called love languages. So literally, you guys just communicate different, I feel like. So it's kind of like one person feels neglected, and that might not be true. You might not feel like you were neglecting them or not appreciating them, but that's kind of the gist I'm getting from their side. Like they come back because it's like they know that you care, but at the same time when you're there, it's like not enough for them, and that may or may not be something that you can do anything about. Maybe that's just how they are with everybody. They just constantly need that validation, or maybe you're a bit distant yourself, right? Well, you're the only one that can really do anything to change that. because if it's always been this way, it's going to continue to be that way, right? I mean, do you want it this way? Do you want it that way? Are you happy with it that way? And that's what you have to ask yourself, you know? Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, yeah. So, I mean, you're wanting stability. You're wanting somebody to be there. It's kind of funny. It's similar to the last reading, these two. This is a different deck. Queen of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. You want something stable, and it's difficult to have that with a person who obviously isn't serious about that. But the thing is, you're this nurturing Queen of Cups here, and I just think that you need to seriously, start getting real about that. You want somebody who's nurturing back. This is not, it's kind of like you're chasing that, even though it's not there. What are you chasing? The same situation, same routine, and I just think I don't get why you're doing that, I get that you feel for this person, but I mean, what you're telling me, it kind of doesn't make sense, especially for the Queen of Cups energy, because it's like, you're definitely not getting your cup filled here ever. You're constantly waiting for this to be something. So, I think at one point they definitely felt like this was something good, and, maybe they feel like that every now and then whenever they come back on, right? But it's still not, because it's funny. It's like telling me that, yeah, they felt like this was a balancing thing. They felt like this was good for them. But here they are not committing and not being here all the time and kind of just coming back whenever they want. The thing is, it's fun for the time being, or it's enough for the time being. But like I said, if they don't feel it like it's enough, and that could be you, and that might not be you. There might not be anything. You can give them every, it might not even be enough then. So don't think like you should have done more, or unless like you're very distant. But you're talking about his marriage. So I mean, I would say that that's kind of just how he is. He's in a marriage and he's seeing other people. It's like he obviously needs to get it somewhere else. And so it's the same thing here, It's like he's it's fine, but then he needs to get more from someone else. So like I said, you might not really be able to do anything about that. It could just be the way that he is for whatever reason. So don't beat yourself up about that. Don't think you're not enough, because that's not what you're dealing with. You're willing to like do anything to, make it work again, but it's like, save that for somebody who really will do the same. Wait for him to be out of his marriage. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that, these situations, it's like it's probably not going to work in your favor. And it's happened more than once. This is on off, on off. What do you think's next? Unless you make a change, it's kind of, same thing will happen. And it's up to you to make that change, because he's not going to make that change. And, take your control back over your life. I feel you. I know what you mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Like, I don't care about any of this. Is he going to talk to me again or what? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Do you know what his wife's zodiac sign is? By any chance? I mean, if you don't, whatever, we can still do this. I just wonder if she's like a water sign person. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If not, I would say that, her energy's coming out basically is the same as yours with that Queen of Cups there. This is a different deck too. And the Queen of Cups came out again. Also the Queen of Swords. So, I mean, she could be an air sign, let's say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's just the first thing I thought was, actually, we have 3 queens right here. The Queen of Wands as well. So that's fire. But to me, when I saw that Queen of Cups, I just felt like that was her energy. But we do have 3 queens. So let's say, fire, water, or swords, which would be air. We don't really have pentacles here. I don't see an earth sign person for her. You may not know her sign, but I'm just giving you, what I'm seeing. Basically, though, I feel like probably not this month. It seems like he's trying to make things stable again, and that's probably pretty common in situations like this. He's making a deliberate decision here, and that decision has to do with this nurturing person. That's why I felt like that was her, because it's not him. That's not him as the nurturing person. He's making the deliberate decision as fire, as wands, as action, but towards something that's nurturing. Maybe he has children with her or something. It's a very nurturing and caring, loving, motherly energy. So I feel like that's her. Um, but then with the Queen of Swords afterwards, I think he's having to take responsibility, or she's wanting him to. You see how her hand is out? She's almost expecting him to. And with this Two of Cups here at the end, it's kind of like that's what he's trying to work towards. And I don't, it's obviously toward her, because what we see here in the beginning is there is a chance for stability for him. And I thought at first maybe it's with you, maybe he wants commitment or something all of a sudden, but with the Tower there and the Queen of Wands, he's going to go an opposite way. And it's going to, it's kind of like shit's hitting the fan almost. You said you're Libra. Shit's hitting the fan almost, because the Tower is change, and he's not making. He's going to have to, though, because it's changing for him at this point. That's what the Tower is there for. It's like, you're not making a change. This is not right. So I'm going to make the change for you in many different ways. Maybe she's saying she's going to leave him or something. He's having to make a deliberate decision, and he's going to be going an opposite way, an independent way. And you probably won't really know much about it, but I think it's probably better that way. But I'm not going to put my opinion in it. It's just, I think he's going to try to make it right and get the connection back, or forge the connection back with this person he's in a partnership with. The Two of Cups, it's two lovers. And the Tower's there. So things are kind of being ruined right now in his life. He feels like things around him are crashing down and not working out. So he's having to, go back to the drawing board, take responsibility. Whether or not he does take responsibility for anything, he's having to do some things to change and get her to, try to not probably leave him, something to that degree. Shit is not working out for him right now. And I don't think he's going to be involved with you this month, but who knows, maybe in the future. But right now, I think it's his sole focus is going to be trying to rekindle that. Sorry to say, but you deserve a lot better anyway. Hopefully it's just a situation where it's innocent, but usually there's something else kind of happening that maybe you're not aware of. I don't know. I'm not going to just suggest, but what I do think is that he's not going to be with you this month, like you're asking, if you will. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. No, definitely not. I think there's going to be big changes, and probably pretty heavy ones. And obviously that means for you as well. Try to embrace the change. When the Tower's here, it's important to embrace change. It's important to allow change. Don't resist it, because it will make things twice as hard. And you don't want that. You don't need that right now. You need pleasantness. So try to go with the flow. Try to just accept change. And look, fresh start, adventure, do something you've never done before. Have some fun. Try not to worry so much about things that you can't change or control. You can only change and control yourself. So do something different. Embrace that full energy and do something different. Do something fun. Get out there. Okay? Try to, do something to liven your spirit. It's heavy energy there. Okay, we have, okay, see a few new people. Let's see. Oh, well, thank you. I thought I was rambling. I was rambling a little bit. And some people are like, okay, I get it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like to explain because I don't want, you know, um, I don't want you to be like confused about what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't come off right. So I just break it down. I'm glad you, I'm glad that you like that because it kind of felt a little odd there for a second. Maybe I'm just going on too long with this. So right on. Wait, what just happened? Why didn't it? All right, let's try this again. One more time. Okay. Sakina. Sakina. Well, me and Capricorn end up with long-term commitment marriage. Okay. So I don't do yes or no's. I don't answer yes or no. You know, you probably know that because I know you've been here before. But so just a little disclaimer, just a little heads up. It's not going to be yes or no, but we're going to look into your guys' energy together, and you'll be able to probably answer that question for yourself, like what it's looking like at this time. You know what you guys are headed towards in regards to your commitment together. But just remember, anything can change at any time. Like one of you could die. I mean, one of you could totally just change your mind overnight. I mean, for whatever reason. So just know it's not set in stone. I am not psychic and I'm not a fortune teller. I read tarot cards. So what we're doing is I try to look at it in a practical way. Like what are we looking at here between you? So let's see. Oh well, good. I'm glad because some people might think, oh, you're not magical. Bye. But you have a lot of control over your life. No one, or I mean, people don't really understand that their choices are really everything. So I'm glad that you understand that here. So, okay. Okay, well, we see somebody waiting for something, waiting for a long time pretty patiently, which is, kind of seems like maybe you've been waiting a while to know if you guys will really get married or you're going to be waiting a while. Like, you're just kind of tired of it already. It's been a while, you've been very patient. Let's see what else we have here. What's between them now and what are they headed towards? We need to know about the future. If you can tell us anything about the future, and maybe what would be coming, or are they progressing? Are they getting worse? Are they distant? Or what is going on? Do they have a strong bond? What do we need to know? Do they have the potential to do this? I mean, do they have what it takes? Who am I to say? What do you think, Tarot? What do we need to know about this? What do we need to know? What do we need to know about Sakina and her partner, Capricorn? Okay. Seems like you're not waiting in vain here because Six of Wands. It's, something is being gained here, and you have the support of people around you in your community. You can see these people kind of cheering around you, holding these wands up, and, there could be right here, a little jealous couple of people, but, if people are jealous or people are hating for no reason, they say you're doing something right. So, I mean, it could just be that you're happy. A lot of times this kind of represents celebration, right? It's like people have support, or people are supportive of you. So this could be a celebration. Maybe it is a wedding. Maybe it is a, you know, one more step in the direction of a further, higher commitment together. But yeah, I mean, definitely, I don't think you're waiting in vain. I think, it's going to get better as time goes on, it seems like, at least right now. Seems like things are going well, and you have the support of the community. Maybe there's some kind of celebration here. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Wheel of Fortune. I want to say yeah, but like I said, I don't, you can get the picture here. It's pretty clear. You know, you're waiting, but that's kind of normal, right? You wait, you get to know each other, it takes some time. Then we have celebration, support, it's getting attention. So maybe we have a wedding here, and then, people around you cheering you on, happy for you. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like it just keeps getting better. I mean, I think that it's clear what the answer is, at least for now. I think that's pretty clear. Right? Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think? To me, I think you have a good chance of it going further with the person. At least right now. That's what's happening. That's what's in the air. So good. Right on. And the Wheel of Fortune is kind of just says it all. It's like, okay, you have a good, I mean, it's like, just keep doing what you're doing, because it looks like you're going in the direction you want to go with this person. Looks like it's, going to work out the way you kind of want it to, at least for now. Breezy. Okay. What's up? Are you still around? Breezy. Are you still here? You're like the first person here, so let's see. Let's see if she's with us still. Breezy. Where are you at? Okay, let's give her 30 seconds to get with us, okay? All right. She is not here. Breezy is not here, so we're going to continue. Sorry about that. But it's all good. If she comes back, we'll add her back to the list, but we do have to move on for now. So, I see a new face. I'll add you to the list. Hi, welcome. Tejal. Okay. Let's go again, you guys. It's cute. Cheeky. Thanks, Tejal. Glad to have you here. Stick around, see if you get chosen. If you really need a reading, I don't know about this wheel. This is a new wheel, but usually the wheel knows who needs a reading, and I trust that it would be the same with this wheel. Let's see. Let's see if you really are supposed to get some, a reading tonight. Also, if you need one, like you're like, fuck waiting, I need to know something, or I really, want to see what's going on here, you can donate. That's an option if you're like totally not trying to wait. I get it. That's an option. Definitely not required, but it is an option. So if you are interested in that, it's in the description below. So for this person, Cheeky, we're going to wait. We're going to give her another 30 to get here with us. That's kind of the thing we do. So be right back. All right. I'm probably gonna have to redo the list soon because there's a few people that aren't here. But let's just continue on for right now. All right. So Pragya, we will do you right after the donation. Christy kind of came in at about the same time. So I'm not ignoring you. I do see you. I'm appreciative. We're going to look into that right now. We're going to go with that first. I don't know if Pragya is even here. If you are, you're next, okay? So, Christy, where did you donate? Oh, you said Cash App. My bad. Let's see. Yep, gotcha. All right. So let's go for it. Cheeky, girl. You weren't here. That sucks. I'll add you back to the list. You know how this goes. We already kind of, we spun again. So we did do the 30 seconds for you. So that's just how we do it, you know? We got to move forward. But I will add you again if that's what you would like. I will definitely do that. So cheeky. Got you. Okay, and then after this, it's Pragya. I don't see her yet, but we'll check again after this. So maybe she'll come back before we spin again. So Christy, thank you. I see you're new here. Glad to have you, and I appreciate the donation. You said, does S plan to reconcile with me or pursue other women in the future? Okay, let's check it out. Does S plan on Yeah, cheeky, you gotta say something in the chat. We waited for you. You know, I try to give people 30 seconds to get here. There's like a little countdown. And, you know, if you don't say something by that time, it's like we move forward, you know, because there's a lot of people waiting. So just to be fair, I added you back to the list, though. So sorry about that. Don't be that person, you guys. You gotta be here when you're called. And again, you know, if you don't want to wait, you can donate. Hey, that rhymes. Don't want to wait, you can donate. Anyway, Christy, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here. What's up with S? Does S plan on reconciling with you or pursuing other women? What's going on here? What's going on here with S? What's his energy in regards to you? Now. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like not much, if any, communication at all, because they're kind of in this mode. I get Virgo here. Doesn't have to mean he or you are Virgo, but the energy of this is, you know, he's taking some time alone to think about things. And so, you know, we're not shit out of luck yet. Maybe he's thinking about whether or not he wants to do it. Let's see. He's definitely taking time to himself, so I wouldn't even try to bother him now, because it's important that people do that. That's something that not everyone does, you know, when they should. Like, not everyone will sit there and analyze and think about what they need to do next and plan. That's kind of what he's doing now, it seems. So maybe you should just let him do that. Probably a good idea. Don't want to interrupt that. But, you know, the world, so it's kind of like, well, hang on. I feel like he's pretty indecisive in general. You know, he's weighing his options, you know, which could mean that there's more than one, like you're kind of thinking already. It doesn't have to. I mean, basically, the reason, though, the energy that I basically get, you know, more than anything here with the Two of Pentacles, is he's indecisive. You know, he's not really like making a decision, maybe just not yet. But basically, you know, right now there's this whole energy of like he's doing something that he's done before, like it's repeating. You know, the world, it's like he's just kind of circling around. Time goes on and he's just doing the same kind of thing, you know, that he's done before. He's and probably getting the same result, right? It's like nothing's really changing. And also there's a defensiveness, thinking people are against him. or not on his side, just not understanding where he's coming from, you know, and he's kind of like pushing people away because of that. It could be all in his head, you know, it could just be his own guilt or whatever he, you know, is going through. But that's another reason why it's a good idea to kind of let him figure that out right now by himself, because that's kind of the healthy thing to do. You know, a lot of people don't do that. They don't sit there and think, what do I need to do? What is happening? What do I want? Where am I going? You know, they don't plan a lot of times. They kind of just go. And it would be a good idea to let him do that. You know, rush him with that, because he might see that as like, yeah, I really don't want you in my life because you're pushing me, and I don't, you know, he might think you're against him. Like, you don't, you know, you're like, I just want the best for you. And he's like, what do you want me to fucking not do what I want to do? You know, he's an independent person, like in his mind and his thoughts. So that's a good thing though in this. It's not bad. I feel like you need to kind of like back up a little, you know, like just like kind of like try to take your hands off for a second, just because this is a natural process. I feel like it's a healthy one in the sense that he isn't just like not thinking about this. He's trying to figure it out. You need to let him do that. So it's kind of like maybe he's not sure yet what he's going to do. It's going to take a little bit for him to realize, but let's see if we can kind of get any further from this. Anything she needs to know in regards to her question? Anything she needs to understand, or anything, any advice or anything that you want to bring to her attention about this? You know, about the reconciliation with this person, whether it's possible. What would you like her to focus on or understand, or, you know, what do you want her to know? Judgment. Okay. All right. So you kind of called it. I would say you kind of, I think you're kind of maybe right about the whole interested in other people. You know, what we're getting right now is, well, first of all, maybe he hasn't, you know, I think he hasn't really decided yet. He may be thinking, like I said, you know, weighing his options. He may be thinking about doing that. And also maybe he's not sure if he's going to reconcile with you or not. But right now it's showing, you know, if we look any further, it's kind of saying, use your better judgment on this. And I think you've already done that. You're already doing that. So it's kind of like you already kind of know what's happening, or what, you know, the potentials are. You already know what to think, like what to, I guess, protect yourself from, but also be aware of and be ready for with this person. But, you know, again, it's like he's doing something he's done before. So maybe you've just seen him do it before and you know how he is, but it's definitely, you know, showing that there's going to be some kind of change, drastic change, I would say. Almost as if a death had occurred, not literally, but it's like when someone dies, you know, for example, like there's no going back to the person you were before, or there's no going back to that person because they're dead. It changes a lot of shit, and you can't ever be the same. And in this case, it's a drastic change in the same kind of sense. Like it's just either it's a drastic change between you, or there is an ending and it's done, because it's a very drastic change. It's not just like things can be the same again. They can't, and they won't be. So, I mean, that could be good or bad. But in this case, kind of does seem like there are others involved. 3 of Cups. Like there could be another person that he goes to see, or, you know, is involved with. And if he's not involved with you, you know, it could even be like he's seeing 2 different people and they don't know, you know, it's like he could be seeing other people. There's a third party possibly here. But again, if you're not part of that third party this time, it still could be a third party, like separate from you. I don't see this as, you know, gathering friends coming together. There's a drastic change, but I feel like you already know that that's kind of, you know, where he's headed. And he's taking action here. It's like he's very fiery. It's very passionate, but it's not like, I mean, it's obviously not passionate in the sense of like a love situation. You know, I don't want you to think like I'm saying he has this 3-party situation and they're in love. Like, no, he's kind of, you know, I guess, how would you say, like, he's chasing his passions, is, you know, he's just kind of fiery. But, you know, that could go out in a blaze too. So just, you know, you don't want to get burned being too close to that thing, to someone like that. Kind of seems like he's kind of, you know, just kind of going for it. And it's like, I feel like you already see that coming. Isn't maybe you're better off, you know. He seems a bit reckless, is what I'm trying to say, you know. Um, but with the Libra card here, this is Libra, so I mean, I guess there could be a Libra involved, you know, that's possible. But also, you know, the balance in his life, it's like if he doesn't take action towards that, it's not going to be there. You know, I feel like this is kind of a situation that's a little messy, a little tricky, and really, it's probably in your best interest to keep that distance, like I said before. The drastic change won't affect you as much if you're not like directly involved. If you're not so close to it, it's like you're not going to get burned, right? You know, you know, especially with the use your better judgment card. It's like I feel like what you're saying, you kind of already know, and that's why you're saying it. Like you see that, you've probably seen it before, and I don't think you're far off. You know, use your better judgment because it's right. You know, when it say use your better judgment because you're wrong, it's saying think, use your brain. You know, you already know these things. It's like you're, yeah, I just, enough said. I mean, I don't think he's decided yet, but it kind of seems like he's heading in that direction. I think you're onto something there thinking that. I mean, there's a reason you're thinking that. You know, it's like third party situation. If you're not involved in it, then he's doing it to someone else, I guess. You know, you third party. He's not making a decision either, so it's like, yeah, kind of playing two different sides of the situation. But right now, I don't really think he's with anyone. It kind of seems like he's doing this loner mode, hermit mode time, which at first seems healthy, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's not doing much for him. Unless something changes, you know, which it could, you know. Maybe that's what that drastic change is. Like I said, it could be good or bad. Just depends on what he decides to do with it. Either way, though, it's going to be drastically different from what it is now, you know, so get ready for that. And if you're not too close, you won't get burned as bad, you know. It's not really your job to stick around and watch what he does and what happens. I mean, I know you want, you know, to be there, but it's like, just be there for yourself if you can, you know, more than him, because that's going to be important, as it is for everyone. But, you know, like I said, you won't get burned as bad if you're not too close. And so be at a distance. Keep the distance you have now. And if he comes around and, you know, maybe you're going to do what you're going to do. I'm just saying. Be careful. I feel like, anyway, will I find out, you said? Will you find out if he's seeing somebody else? Or if he's seeing a few different people? Or, I mean, what do you mean? Clarify, or, you know, elaborate. Will you find out I'm sorry, I totally skipped over to somebody else. Will you find out? We're not on that person. My bad. Christy. Christy. I'm sorry, we are still on you. My bad. Sorry, Ruby. That's my bad. I totally switched over to your comment right after this, but I didn't read what you said. That's why I saw marriage up there, and I'm like, wait, what? That's not who I'm reading for. So, my bad. Sorry about that. I don't know if Christy's still around. What's up, girl? Are you okay? Are you, is it intense right now? Let me know. Because, yeah, it's pretty, I think you're on the right track, though. I mean, protect yourself first, of course. Seems like you already kind of know what this person's about, so. Okay. So is that resonating for you? Like, do you have any other questions about it? You know, donations, I allow a few follow-up questions. Of course, if it's like a completely different topic, then, you know, you'd have to donate again. But if you'd like, you know, any clarification on anything, now's the time to go ahead and ask. Okay? I'll wait a couple minutes for you. Okay. Aqua and Serena. Where did you guys donate? Let me know and I'll look into that for you guys. Okay, PayPal. But Aqua, what about you? Just more clarity on the third party. Okay. And like I said, if you're not involved still, it could be him and another person and another person. Like that could be the third. But if you are involved, obviously it could be you and somebody else. But so you're asking this question, but it's like, here's the thing. So you're almost saying that you're gonna get back with him, and if he's with somebody else, you want to know who it is. You said so. It's kind of like you would be willing to do that then, because using your better judgment, there's a third, and you're like, okay, but who is it? Like, who's the other person? Let's see if we can find out. If it's a close friend or something, let's see, like, how can we figure this out? Give me this, or I'll use the celestial tarot. We can see if there's like a sign coming out here, like the zodiac sign of a person. Is there anyone around him right now? You said. Let's see, same thing. Let's get the sign of the person, if we can. And give me the sign of anyone around him right now. Oh, well, actually, right now, remember, he's going through that hermit mode. So I don't think he is around anyone right now. It's like that loner mode thing, trying to figure out what to do, or what he's going to do next. But after that, weighing his options, indecisive about what to do, or indecisive about who to choose, right? So I mean, really, I don't think so right now. I really don't think so right now. But who knows? It could change tomorrow. It could change next week. It could change next month. I mean, however long he wants to be in this little hermit mode for. And hey, in that time, maybe something will change. I hope so, for your sake, because of course we have free will. So if he's, doing a lot of thinking right now, it's like this is the energy of today, and tomorrow maybe he'll have an epiphany or something. Manifest it. Try to just try to speak to him through like telepathically, and maybe he'll hear it, and maybe he'll, realize. I don't know. Just an idea. I don't even know if that shit works, but my point is anything could change at any time. So let's see if there's anybody, after this hermit mode. Like, what's he interested in after that? Hopefully your sign comes out. Okay, let's see. Who is this? Who's S? Planning on, planning on giving attention to, or, as of right now, what do we see happening? Again, it could change though. He's having a lot of it's like almost like inner work, self-talk. So it's like it could change, especially right now because he's really trying to consider he's not taking action. So maybe he thinks that he's going to do something, and then by the time he's done with this whole kind of isolation period, it's different. So in this case, I feel like you could almost come back next week and ask the same question. In this case, because it would have changed by then. Maybe could be a month. I don't know. I'm just saying, some people will ask the same question over and over every day, and it's like this. In this case, that would be something you wait and see if anything's changed. Because it probably will. Just because when you're having a alone time like that, you're thinking a lot, and you could change what you're gonna do. That's why you're doing the hermit mode in the first place, trying to figure it out. So with that being said, who is he around? At least right now, what are we seeing? What is he going to be doing after this hermit mode when he starts socializing again? I mean, what do we see that? What do we see in, what sign? From today, what is he planning to do? Could change tomorrow, but right now, what is his plan? Wheel of Fortune. King of Cups, we have water. So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, you said you're a Cancer. Well, that's beautiful. hopefully it's you. Do you know any other, I mean, you don't have to tell me, but just, maybe you think about if you know that he knows any other water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Then it could be them too. So it's not necessarily you. I mean, we didn't get the Chariot, but let's get a couple more and see if we can find out any more detail. Another thing I thought when I pulled the King of Cups right now was not only a water sign, but possibly he's giving this energy out, like he's trying to be a more supportive person, or he's got support in his life. But I feel like more it's like his energy of like he's that person. So that's good. I mean, it's not, maybe it humbles him or something. I don't know why that would be coming out. But maybe it's you. Maybe it's not. Let's see. Anything else we need to know? The Fool. Okay. Fresh start. Maybe something adventurous. 9 of Pentacles. So there is, and Uranus too. Forgot. The Fool. See Uranus at the top? That would be like Aquarius, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. But Uranus is also like a shock to the system. Like something just totally flips you on your ass, like, and it shocks you. It's unexpected and it's unpredictable. It's changing things. So it could be something totally out of the blue that changes things. And that could be this new exciting adventure he tries to go on, or, a new experience he tries to have. But I would still say that he is concerned with something that's more, that could have to do with a little recklessness, right? But it seems like in his mind, he's doing something that's, he's trying to have stability. But the Fool here maybe fucks that up. I don't know. He thinks that, it's a good direction. Maybe he doesn't see that yet, because Uranus is such a shock to the system. It's like unpredictable. So maybe he thinks it's a good idea, and it just maybe isn't. For the time being, it is. But the Fool needs to not be naive. He's the first one in the tarot, so he doesn't know anything about the world yet, and he thinks it's all good. And it's not always that way. So 4 of Wands. There's reunion. Okay. You know what that kind of feels like to me, since there's a reunion? That could be you, right? Duh. But here's the deal. Since Uranus is there, it's kind of like, I feel like it's random, and it's not something that's planned. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not something that he would be planning. Like it's almost like you're in shock, and he just ran. It's not something that's like planned. So if that does happen, you probably wouldn't be expecting it to. When it does, which is kind of interesting. That's crazy. Well, that's kind of fun. Again, this could change at any time, but for now, this whole hermit mode thing he's going through, I feel like this is the energy we're dealing with afterwards. So come back in a couple of days and ask me that again. Let's see if anything's changed. You can definitely do that for a situation like that, if you're interested. All right, so let's go, guys. The new. Okay, there was. Let's see here. PayPal. Let's see. Okay. Emily and Serena. Emily was first. Right, that's what we have. Aqua Emmy. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead and post your question, and we'll get your reading started, okay? Thanks. Thank you. Sorry, Nikita. We got to do donations first, of course. You know, as you know. Because, you know, that's why they're donating. Because they're like, screw this waiting. I am good. And I get that. I'm the same way. I appreciate it. So again, you know, with donations, you guys can ask a few follow-up questions if you'd like. So just post your question and we'll get started. And then after this, I don't think Pragya is here because she was called, but I don't, you know, she hasn't said anything. So Pragya, if you're here, let us know and you'll be after the donations because I spun the wheel and that's, you know, you were chosen. But if you're not here, we're going to continue to move on. We'll spin again, okay? So sit tight, you guys. Thanks for being here. Those of you who haven't already, can you please like this video? It just takes a second and it really helps out the channel. YouTube will see people enjoy it and are engaging with it, and it really helps out. So thank you ahead of time for doing that. It just takes a second, okay? And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe, join us. Become, you know, join the community. It's a really supportive one. Everyone here is very friendly, so no bullies, no bullshit. Everyone's down for each other. And my mod, who isn't here right now, she's really cool too. Everyone likes her. Like, she's the one who's why everyone's here. Okay, and are there any blockages I might not know about right now? All right. Okay. Let's start with this tip. Yeah, so right now we're doing donation readings. I have this one and one more after this one as of right now. So we'll be doing those and then I'll spin the wheel again. So those of you who are new right now, stick around and I'll add you to the list and we'll spin again. And we'll see who gets a reading. Okay, so if you're interested, stick around. Go ahead and like this video too while you're waiting. Really appreciate that. Okay, so let's see here for you. Yeah, Christy, we're no longer on Christy. This one. Okay. Are there any blockages I might not know about right now? Aqua, any. Let's see. Any blockages? Anything that's restricted, holding her back, and chakra she needs to clear up, etc. Anything that we need to know. Any blockages here for her? Anything that's standing in the way or preventing her, something she needs to meditate on, or, you know, open up, clear, allow, open that door, anything that she doesn't know. Okay, we're talking about stability, we're talking about money, we're talking about your job, you know, your home, like just whatever. This is Ace of Pentacles. There will be an opportunity to fix it, and I feel like that shouldn't be too difficult for you. Like, there's opportunities around you. Maybe you're not seeing them, you know, opportunities, we can miss opportunities. We can. It's not like, you know, even though it looks like there's this hand here being, you know, giving you this, it is giving it to you, but you have to then, you know, take action toward it. You have to take advantage of that. So it's not like there's nothing around to fix the problem. It's just you have to, like, you know, see it and you know, take advantage of it while it's there, because it will pass at some point. So try to, like, just, you know, if you can't notice what the idea is or what's going to help you out, just try to do new things, or, you know, just try to, if people invite you places or offer you things to, like, try out and do, maybe a job, whatever it is, go for it. You know, don't be like picky, you know, be safe, but I mean, like, you know, go for things, because there's opportunities out there. Maybe you don't know that it would be a good opportunity, but that's what that means with the ace there. And with this, the Six of Wands, there's support around you. So I feel like you'll have the resources you need. If you don't know what to do or what direction to go in, you'll have the resources you need, the people around you that can point you in that direction. That would be helpful to you. And again, with this card, you see this guy right here? He's kind of looking angry. Like there's people around cheering you on. They support what you're doing and they want to help. But it's like that guy. There could be a few haters, okay? There could be some people who aren't so happy for whatever reason. But, just try not to let that really get to you if you can. It's not the main point here, I'm just saying. So there's some opportunities here. There's blockages with your stability. It's like you don't feel like you're at your best with stability right now. Like a lot of us don't, like a lot of people don't right now. But you'll have opportunities to fix that, I feel like, with the Ace of Pentacles there. Yeah, straight up, there is a new hobby. New hobby, new project, new job, something you're really into. Almost like it doesn't even feel like a job because you're passionate about it. Now, this could be something you put on the shelf a while back, maybe years ago, maybe since you were a kid, you just gave up on it or something. And it could be something completely new, but it's something you're passionate about. So maybe you don't even know what it is yet, or maybe it's something that you decided long ago that you couldn't do, you weren't good enough for, didn't have the time for. So I would say, like, go back to when you were, before, when, the dreams or the things you wanted to do, try to see if any of those things are possible now, because this is something you're really passionate about. It doesn't even feel like a job or work. It's like you're happy to get up every day and do it. It's something that you're really into. So some new kind of exciting hobby for you. And, you could be making money doing it too. We got Pentacles here. So that's the main thing that you're kind of needing right now. It's like, okay, along with the Queen of Cups here, because it's, okay, so first of all, it's not showing emotions, right? It's kind of like saying the opportunities, things that are tangibly touch, feel, hold, experience, on this earth, like you're doing things. It's not like a feeling, and it's passion. You're passionate about this, really working your fingers to the bone on this. And I love how the Queen of Cups comes out afterwards, because that's telling me even more that I feel like this is blocked because, you aren't passionate about what you're doing. Maybe you haven't been for a long time. And this is kind of like a push in that direction. Like you need to be doing something that is emotional to you, something that means something to you, because you can. And then you're just kind of missing it for whatever reason. Maybe you feel like you can't do it, bills have to be paid. So you just didn't have the time, or the resources or whatever it was. But now it's kind of saying like, yeah, you kind of have to find what it is that you're passionate about emotionally so that you can actually, it's not that you couldn't, it's kind of like there's something that you're really going to be good at and you're going to love doing it. You're going to love it emotionally and you're going to love it. Like it's the thing for you and you're not doing that right now. So it's almost like once you find it, you'll know. And that's what you're meant to do. And it's not going to feel like work at all. So that's really cool. Everyone would love to have that kind of a job. One that they really love. In this day and age, you really don't need to have a job that you don't like. I mean, you can do many different things. And you don't have to do something you don't like to do. And I do feel like it's something from your past that you kind of put on the back burner. Because this is something, you can't let go of. This is something that you probably tried and you probably have actually let go of it for some time. But something here is holding you there. It's like, you see the sword, you see this foot is trying to have new experiences, go out, adventure, experience life, move forward, leave the past behind. But this foot is firmly set in the past. With this sword here, it's kind of defensive, right? Because it's like, this is personal. I feel strongly about this. I don't want to just let it go. And you haven't been able to. So think about, what is that? Shouldn't be too hard to figure out, You'd know better than I do, obviously. But if you're confused or you want to know a little more, we can look into that, okay? But it seems to me like it's something that you probably put on the back burner or something that you haven't done, that you thought you couldn't do anymore. Or you wouldn't be able to ever do. Got to pay those bills. Can't just do what you want. But now you can, and now you should. What is that thing? You have to find it. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or are you kind of like, what is it? I don't know. I forgot. don't know. I don't think there's anything. I doubt it if you don't know. But if you don't, let's look into it. I'm down. I'm ready to do that. I want you to kind of, get this going because that's what's blocked, basically, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Like what you're really passionate about. Like I said, this day and age, it's like you don't need to settle for something you don't like doing. You can do what you want to do. You said, wow, I wonder what that is. I know I want to be a veterinarian, like a vet tech. So a veterinarian, is that what you're saying? Vet tech? Veterinarian. Is that what that is? I'm guessing. Is this, okay, so is it something that you couldn't really go toward because you felt like you had to kind of get other things done, or, it just kind of a dream that never came true, or you just always wanted to do it, but you just didn't think you really could, you didn't have the time, like, is that, to be a vet tech for you, was that something that you said yes? So, and like you've always wanted to do it, you're like, shit, now I kind of have the time. It could be that, yeah, that's the thing. Definitely could be that. So that's how you feel, you're passionate about that. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you? I think you should start now, Like what's holding you back from doing that? Because it's like your blockages. It's like if you're doing other jobs right now, I mean, maybe it's just not even, you have to do other jobs right now, right? It's like that's why you probably haven't pursued it, because it's just, you can't right now. There's other things you have to pay the bills, right? But it's like you should start working towards that, because I feel like you're going to feel a lot more stable when you do. It's just the right thing, And it doesn't even feel like work. It's just like, you said you're right, I'm not stable. Me, myself, and I is stopping you. Yeah. So what are you going to do about it? I've got a lot of things to do before I get there, but it could be my passion. I don't know. I'm just saying, asking these things is like, ask yourself, what is stopping you? You're not stable. Yeah, that's what. Shit, girl. I say go for it, Seems like that's the direction. Nick Smiley, just give me a second and I will definitely add you to the wheel that we have going here. I don't know if you, I know you're new because I haven't seen you before, so just give me a sec, and we're doing donation readings right now. So we're going to look at those. I got one more, then we'll add your name to the list. There's a few others as well. So you guys, I have not forgotten about you. After this reading, though, we'll probably redo the list to make sure everyone's here. Okay. Go for it, girl. You're just waiting on you, Well, thank you. I'm glad something serious or really bad. Well, it kind of is serious, because it's like your passion in life. And it's kind of like if you're the one stopping you, it just kind of seems like you don't see how big of a deal that is. I mean, that's kind of a big deal. It's like, if you know that's something you'd love to do, it's like, why aren't you doing it? Obviously, it's a little more complicated than that sometimes, but, just saying, maybe you should ask yourself that. Journal about it, Okay, so Serena, is Serena here still? Serena. Who will I be in a relationship with next, please? I'm Aquarius and single. Okay. Well, let's look at, maybe if we can get a zodiac sign. This is the Celestial Tarot. Gonna see if we can get a zodiac sign or an energy of the person, of the next person that's, you know, a potential lover here. Here we go. Potential lover for Serena. Is love in the air for Serena anytime soon? Who would this person be? What direction is she, likely to go toward? Who's coming toward her? Maybe, asking her out, showing interest. Who's next in line? I saw the strength cards. That could be Leo there. Let's see. Any Leos? Does that ring a bell? Or you're like, nah, that's that person? Or I don't know any Leos. Yeah, see Leo first of all. See anybody else who gets that? And confirm if it is Leo. Then I trust it'll come out again. What is the time of the person coming her way, or she's most likely to date next? Whenever that happens, try to get a time frame for you or a number. What is the person's sign? What is the person's energy toward her love? Next. We can find out. Who would that be? Seven of Pentacles. So it's not going to be right away. You said I'm not talking to anyone yet. Yeah, it's not going to be right away. You're going to be waiting a little bit. You're going to be kind of, sitting there waiting for a while. But then we have the Prince of Cups. So in this deck, it's Prince of Cups, but it is basically, the Page of Cups, which is somebody offering you a connection. It's the early stages of a connection, actually. Someone trying to court you or, flirt and ask you out, They're offering you this cup. They're offering you this connection. But it's the early stages. So it's nothing serious yet, but it's, getting to know each other. This person's interested in you. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And it could be a person younger than you as well. Younger water sign. If it is this Prince of Cups as the person, and not just, the asking you out in the beginning stages, then it would be a younger water sign person. So, anything else we need to know? If we can get a sign, please. Well, it says mutable water. So, that would be Pisces. You see mutable water? That's Pisces as a mutable sign, a water sign, a mutable water sign. So do you know any Pisces that are younger than you? Could be them. Okay. Oh, funny. Remember, I was like, can you just give us a sign exactly? Like the Chariot. That would be Cancer. The Chariot. So, like I said, water sign. And the person could be younger than you, possibly. But if not, like say we're not talking about, I'm just throwing it out there what this could mean since it's a court card. We're trying to figure out the sign. So it could be a water sign, right? We do have Cancer here, so that's water. But it could just be the beginning stages we're talking about here. But this is definitely somebody coming your way and offering a connection. That's what the Page of Cups is about. So if it's not a Pisces, mutable water, I would say Cancer is coming out here. Two of Swords. Ooh, maybe it's two people and you haven't decided. But, well, hang on a second. Four of Swords. Ooh. Queen of Cups. Okay. So, here's the mature queen. It's funny because we started off with the Page and then we end with the Queen. So there is definitely a connection, I feel like, coming in here. Like it will be a relationship, but the Magician kind of tells me, like with the Two of Swords there too, I feel like there could be two different people. Maybe it's the Pisces and the Cancer or something, Doesn't have to be those signs. For sure, I would feel like Cancer would be involved, but Pisces is mutable water. So I would feel like there's, if there's two, what are we talking about with the Magician? Are we saying you're trying to manifest some kind of relationship. You're trying to get something going. You want to be with someone, so that's why you're trying to figure out like who's better for you. You got two decisions, two options. The Four of Swords, though, is saying there is going to be a break with one of them, maybe both. But I mean, I feel like that's saying you're choosing one over the other, which is okay. That's kind of good, right? You don't want to keep like having both people involved with you. That's kind of not right to do, So it's like with this break here, that's kind of good because that kind of tells me you're choosing instead of just seeing both people and continuing to do that. Because you do want a relationship. So I wouldn't say like you're trying to two-time people. That's maybe the Magician too. You have what it takes to do this. It's just doing it. You don't want to be that person, You said yes, only one. So yeah, maybe at first it's just like you just don't know, and then you decide. We don't have the Two of Wands here, so I mean there's no deliberate decision. It's just showing that, and it might take a while to get to that decision because the Two of Swords, remember, is this card of like she has this blindfold on. She's not really sure of her power, and she doesn't really know that she has a say in much. She feels like it's kind of like her contribution doesn't really make a change or it's not significant. And so it's a bit of indecisiveness. It could take some time to really know what the best thing is for you. Maybe somebody else makes a decision for you. Shit, I mean, it seems like it's going to take a second to really feel like you are going to make the right decision, but you want one of them. You don't want to like two-time. You want a commitment, but it's like you just don't know which one yet. Maybe you feel like they don't. I don't know. Maybe you want them to make that decision because it seems like you're indecisive about it. And for the reason being, because you don't feel like your decision is right, like you don't trust yourself or something. It's kind of like you probably shouldn't be in a relationship then, but not judging, just saying, be careful because if you don't know what's best for yourself, it's like, and you're gonna let somebody else choose that. That's kind of you're putting yourself in a potentially dangerous situation, So it seems like there's two different people that you could be interested in soon. It may show interest to you as well, And I would say that they're water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And since we got mutable water, that would be Pisces, and then we got Cancer. So that's what I would say the signs are, at least, of those two. Six of Wands. Okay. Either this is getting a lot of attention or, I wouldn't say bad attention, though. It seems like there's support. But it's kind of different than the other reading. Like I wouldn't say it's like a wedding or a celebration like that, but it's definitely getting attention from people in the community. So I don't know why that would be, but I mean, I don't think it's bad attention because the Six of Wands is kind of like you're gaining something. Maybe you gain, more friends or more, you meet a lot of people through this person. Who knows? But it seems like there are people who support you and they know about you for some reason, or you're getting a lot of attention somehow in the community. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no problem, Serena. Hi, Stravona. I'm going to add a couple more people to this list and then we will spin again. So let's see. Whoever's here right now and wants a reading still, just say, hey, what's up in the chat. I'm going to redo the list. So if you've been here a long time, please don't forget to say something because I'm going to redo the whole list right now. because I know not everyone is here still, and I don't want to waste time, trying to call on people who aren't here. So let me know. Say something in the chat if you want a reading still, and I'll put you on this list, okay? So let's see here. Chicky Chicky. Srobona. No. EB 170. Is Jeff still around? See, like right before all of these, so just wondering if you're still here, Jeff. Okay, yeah. So I have Chicky Chicky Shrobona, Mo Haha, EV170, and Nick Smiley. Ruby. Ruby R. Got you. All right. Okay, well, we good? Want to spin again? Okay. Let's see. All right. All right, I'm gonna go for it. Alpana, oh my goodness. Chicky Chicky, see, what did I say? What did I say, Chicky Chicky? You were chosen again because you were meant. Told you, that's how the wheel works. It's pretty cool. It doesn't always happen, but usually does, so. Yay, you still get your reading. Obviously, you're supposed to get it, so go ahead and ask your question. And Kalpana, I will add you back to the list as well. I redid the list, so I will add you back to it. Yeah, it's like right when you said you wanted a reading, I was spinning it. So sorry, you weren't on that last one, but you'll be on this next one, okay? Okay. What's next? Oh goodness. I hate questions like these, Ruby, because it is such a personal thing. It's like, why are you asking me about this? Like, oh. I just, little disclaimer, okay? You don't have to do. I'm sorry, why did I go with Ruby right now? No offense. No, I'm sorry, but yeah. I mixed that up. It's Chicky Chicky. Sorry about that, Ruby. So sorry. That's kind of messed up, but yeah. Sorry about that. It was Chicky Chicky. Okay, so what kind of person would my life partner be is someone I already know or new. Okay, so this question, I mean, you're asking me what kind of person your life partner is going to be. Remember that we have free will. Whatever the cards say, it's not set in stone. You do not have to do that. And I feel like these questions are kind of questions that are coming. I'm just explaining because I don't want you to think that like whatever the cards say have to go. Like this is your life. We have free will for a reason. And when you ask that, it's kind of like, it seems to me like you feel like there's some information out there that someone else knows that you don't know about your own life, which is like not true. Like I'm not psychic, so I'm saying maybe there are people who are psychic and they can tell you what you don't know, but it's like, it's really going to be up to you. Like, no matter what the cards say, you don't have to do that. You can always change your mind. So I'm just saying, it just seems like that's a question of like, you feel like you have like, no, it's like out of your control or something, and it's definitely not out of your control. So just a little disclaimer, okay? And forever Jada, thank you. By the way, I will get to your reading right after this, okay? Because I'm already starting on this one, but definitely right after this one, okay? I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so Cheeky. Let's see what kind of person, is likely to come around, or somebody that you're interested in. Like, what are you looking for? You've got to know that. And let's see what kind of person maybe you'd be compatible with. Like, I don't want to. Let's see. What do you want us to know about? What kind of person that Cheeky would be with for their highest good? For their highest good, what is this person like? What should they, direct their energy towards? Something that would be good for them and work for them. Damn. 10 of Cups. Well, damn. That's good. That's really great. 10 of Cups, that means very happy. I mean, this is the 10 of Cups. It's like the last one, and it's complete. That's what this is. 10 of Cups, I mean, you can see it's just like a happy family. Maybe there's children involved, you see. Very much together. There's a lot of good energy there, a lot of happiness. Beautiful. It's what everyone wants, right? So that's good. Let's see. Ooh, of course. There's this like negative ass thing right after. What? Okay, we're gonna have to look into this a little bit. Okay, very quickly. What? Okay, so it seems like, okay. Oh God, I hate when that happens. To me, it feels almost like it's not necessarily too good to be true, but kind of in a way like it's so great, and the potential is so great. But then here, very quickly, it changes. Like this person, like there's some kind of bitterness or resentment. This person's kind of like, maybe this is how they were all along, and now they're just showing it. But it seems like very quickly this changes from this to this negative aspect of the situation. Like this, this person's like a bully. They're fighting people who probably are defenseless. I mean, they don't care. It's like they will win at all costs. It's a person who does not. It's an energy of, it's kind of, I wouldn't say petty because it's kind of stronger than that, but it is petty and it's immature and it's unhealthy for sure. You see this guy here? He's an ugly character. That's what he represents. He's happy right here because he's holding these swords, and these two back here are cowering. So it's like he wants to win at all costs. There is no room for this kind of energy in a relationship, as we all know. And it's kind of scary, it's like you don't want, it's definitely not it's not healthy at all in a relationship with two people, right? It's like this person wants to win. Why are we competing? Like so and it feels like it seems like it happens very quickly, kind of out of the blue. Nothing can stop it. It just kind of comes in, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, where'd the happiness go? Like all of a sudden this person wants to like compete with me and be right all the time, which is like kind of unnecessary. But it kind of feels like eventually you will be the one doing most of the work or putting in most of the effort in the situation. Like it's kind of like maybe you shouldn't be too focused on this because it's going to happen when it's going to happen. And if you're too focused on it, you could create something that's really not good for you, really not what you want, unless you're comfortable in that position. Because why would your person be a person that makes you do all the work? Is that something that is like a theme in your life, or did that happen before? Like, is that something that you often do in relationships? Like, I'm just saying that because it's like, if this is who you're going to be with, or this is a person you're attracting, maybe you can do something to change that. Maybe you can be aware of that and change that. I don't know. Is this resonating? Let me know, because if it's not, I want to, make sure it is. So, is that a common theme for you? Like you're doing most of the work or putting out most of the effort in relationships? And also, constantly, in this state of, you said yes, constantly in this state of mind of like, well, first of all, having to heal, but going, like staying up at night and just being like going through it. And if not up at night, literally, then it's obviously just throughout the day, it's weighing heavily on your mind. It's like a theme in your relationships is like kind of like you're like miserable, you know, like you're sad about shit. It's not really working out the way you'd hoped, or, you know, you're the one in that position of like, this sucks, you know, and it's probably because you're the one doing most of the work and you're carrying so much weight. Like with the Ten of Wands here, it's like you're carrying all the weight. So that's why I'm saying so much effort you're putting in. But I feel like, you know, there's something you could do about this if you're aware of that. I don't want to leave you with that kind of a reading. Let's look into anything else you need to know. Like, I don't want to leave you with that. I want you to be able to do something about that. Because again, we do have free will. So it's like, we can do something about that. This is not set in stone. You can, if you understand this about yourself already, then is that what you want in the future? And always, forever? No, of course not, right? So let's see if there's anything you can personally do to manifest a more stable and more The first thing that came to my mind here was stop feeling like you're stuck. It's in your head. You're not stuck. Don't think that you can't change or make a decision for yourself. You're putting the power in everyone else's hands. This is up to you and no one else can do it for you. And so I feel like this is what, you know, one of the things that needs to change, obviously. What can you personally do to change this cycle of yours and stop attracting people that, you know, make you do all the work and you feel miserable with? Stop thinking you're stuck and that you have your hands tied. Like you can't make a decision. You can. And really, you're the only one who can. So it's like, until you realize that, you can stay in that mind space, in that headspace where you think you're screwed and you're stuck there. But until you realize that you're the only one that can get yourself out of that kind of cycle, you will be stuck there, you know, because that's what you believe. That's what you believe. That's where you belong, right? So it's just like a change of perspective. The thing about the Eight of Swords is like, it's not really like the person's stuck. It's in her head. It's in her mind. So, I mean, that's very real to her because that's what her reality is. So to her, that's real. So I'm not trying to invalidate that, but you know, it's just, it's, it's not, you know, it's in your mind. It's your thoughts and you need to overcome those thoughts. You can change your thoughts and that changes everything. People think that like your emotions come first and then you have thoughts. It's like, no, your thoughts come first and that's why you have emotions. So if you can change your thoughts, change your perspective, then you can change your emotions and obviously be happier. So stop feeling like you're stuck, or stop telling yourself that you're stuck because you're not. It feels that way, but nothing is holding you there except your own fear, possibly, you know, your doubts, blah, blah, blah. But you've got to break free from that, you know. You're the only one who can do that for yourself. I mean, I could tell you this all day, but you're the only one who's really going to believe it and do anything about it, you know? And it may take some fucking work. It may take a lot of work. Like, you're going to really have to work hard on this, on yourself, and on this change of perspective of seeing that you can break free and, like, get what you deserve, for example. See? Manifest. Again, manifest. Manifesting is really just you. It's almost like wishing, hoping, like seeing yourself there already and knowing that that's what eventually will be. Like, and not taking no for an answer, like not taking anything less than that, because you know that that's what you're going for. You're, you know, that's what you're shooting for. So don't break from that. Maybe you should first understand what it is that you are looking for. A lot of people don't really know. They just go with it. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll date this person, see if that works out. I'm starting to notice some things I really don't like, but you know, I'm already dating them, so I'm just gonna keep dating them, even though I feel like they're kind of really not good for me. No, it's like you can say, this person isn't good for me. I'm gonna like stop dating them because I already see that we're not about the same thing. You know, like I would never be about what they're about. This is gonna be bad, but you know, they say they love me or whatever the case is, you know, you don't have to do that. You can definitely try to go in a direction that you know is better for you, or stop going in a direction that you know isn't good for you and it's not what you believe in. This manifestation here is like you have what it takes to do it. So hopefully by this time it's more, like you know what you deserve more. Go and figure out what it is that you really need and want in relationships before you get into the next one. Like don't just go for anything. It's kind of dangerous to do that. You can get into a situation you really feel stuck in for sure after that. But as of right now, I feel like it's just in your mind. So to me, that's good news. But, I don't know how you feel about it, but you said, yes, I try to manifest, but then negative thoughts take over. Right. So it's, that's what I mean. Like, you got to just train yourself to have different thoughts, because then your emotions will follow suit. And eventually it will be easier, But it's kind of like a bad habit. We're kind of addicted to like stress and, feeling like we always have something to do. We can't just relax. So I don't know. I mean, practice every day. Try to think positively, not stress. You're stressing on things that haven't even happened yet, It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Like, I'm stressing about the future and it hasn't even happened. Like, I don't even know if it ever will, but I'm worried as fuck about it. It's ruining my day. Like, it's like, why? I know we've all done it. I'm just saying, it kind of sounds ridiculous, right? So. All right, you guys. So this is the last reading we're doing, and we're going to do the raffle. So whoever's here right now, let me know. Say something to me in the chat. Here, hi, whatever, Say something, and we're going to do, put your names in this box. Shuffle them around a bit and pick somebody. So let's do this, okay? Let me know if you want a reading right now. If you're here right now, please say something into the chat. It's only going to be a few minutes, so speak now or forever hold your peace. Literally. Okay. Kapana. Oh, crap. Okay. My bad. We'll do Forever Jada first. Sorry about that. Thank you for reminding me. That would be messed up. All right. So, please, yeah, definitely post your question. Sorry about that. And then after that, we'll do the raffle, okay? Sorry about that. Totally almost missed you. Thank you. Thank you, Jada. Okay. If I text Khalil, how will things go? He's an old crush. Okay. It's a different question. Okay. I'm already like interested. Let's see. What's Khalil's energy right now? Like, what's he been up to? Can we like get a picture of that at all? Is there anything that we need to know? Like, what should she know about him now? Like, is there anything we don't know? What is, anything that she should know about this person before she reaches out? And, anything that she should be aware of? Anything at all about this person that could be helpful and useful? Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. I see you, Kalpana. We'll have to, do this raffle, so just sit tight. You know how it works around here. Okay. So, what has he been up to? What's Khalil been up to? What do we need to know? Wow. It seems like just recently they've kind of been in an indecisive period, like they're weighing their options on something. Maybe they're just, like there's like big changes or something. They have to make a decision, like one or the other, about something kind of like important. And they haven't decided yet, but I don't think it has anything to do with like love. It just seems like it's, like at first we see they have support in their life and things are kind of like flowing smoothly. And just very recently, it seems like there's been something, and it doesn't seem like this big, like negative, like traumatic experience. It's just like a regular, to me, it feels like just, life. You're growing up, you're making decisions. And it's, they're kind of big, but it's not like because something happened, negative, betrayal or anything. It's just like, to me, it feels like almost like, I don't know, college or like moving or like just a basic thing. So it's like very recently they've been weighing their options on something. Let's see what this is talking about. Like, why is this important? Page of Cups. So there could be somebody they're interested in, or maybe, very soon that's going to be happening. What's the sign of the person? Don't tell me your sign. I want to see if it appears here. We have Sagittarius already. And now we have Aries. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No. Of course, there could be a younger water sign, Page of Cups, right? So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, maybe younger, because it's a page. And we also have the Queen of Cups, so that would be like someone older and a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Then we have Sagittarius, and we have the Emperor, which is Aries. The thing that I don't like about this is, we see somebody waiting and then seeing something in a way that's not clear, or they have many options. So again, like they're not being clear. The Seven of Cups is a really kind of like, there's no clear, you're not seeing something clearly. And you're seeing it as all good or all bad. But either way, it's not realistic. Like it's not, everything has both, right? Good and bad. But this situation, you're seeing something either as all good or all bad. And so obviously you're not seeing it clearly. And, but you're waiting a long time too. And maybe that's what's keeping you waiting, is you see it as all good, I would assume, or all bad. So, and it could be all bad too, because then you're hanging here with the Hanged Man. You need more information. It's like you're scared to like take action or something, go forward. Maybe that's, you said he's a player. Oh God, there you go. And you said you're a Scorpio. So that would be the water we're seeing. If it's you, that's the water we're seeing. But you're wanting to know what would happen if you reach out. Maybe you think it's all bad. Like that's why you haven't reached out yet, kind of what we're talking about here, the Hanged Man. You're waiting. You want more information first, so you're waiting there before you take action. You're hanging there. You're wanting to be enlightened. Here you are asking what you should do. It's funny. You said I think I should move on, honestly. Well, that's up to you. If that's what you think you should do, by all means, then do it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong or right. If that's how you feel, fuck yeah, go for it. You know that's what you want to do, then you should do that. Yeah, like I'm confused on what to do, right? Got you. Let's look into like, since you think he's a player, or he is, right? Whatever the case is here with it. Let's look into that a little bit. I kind of want to, see if there's any kind of clarity we can get on that. So he's going through something, trying to figure out what decision to make. Hasn't made one yet. I don't think it has anything to do with love, though. And then there's new love coming in, or he's offering somebody new love. Maybe it's the beginning stages of a connection, right? So potential love here with the water sign person. You said Scorpio. Are you younger than him? To me, it would be the beginning stages. It kind of seems like a new connection, unless you said it's an old crush. So either you guys don't really have a past at all, and if you've got with him, it would be the beginning, because you've never really gone further than that. That's when I would think it would be you. But with Page of Cups, it's kind of like like the beginning stages of something. So if you guys have a past, it probably isn't you, But then again, we're just kind of looking at what they've been through, so that's why we're seeing that there. Let's see what's going on. Why are they to be trusted? What's the Seven of Cups there for? Like you're seeing something, right? That's, you're seeing something in a way that's not clear. So what is that there for? The Seven of Cups. What is that there for? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I Girl, but you know what's weird is that like since you're saying that, this is unexpected. You know, he's got 10 swords in his back. He didn't see it coming. In his back, you know what I mean? Like he didn't even have time to defend himself. Unexpected betrayal. So it's likely you trust the person who then stabbed you in the back without you even being able to defend yourself. It's like so unexpected out of the blue, and you're just fucking like overkill dead. Not literally, but it's, you know, it's just the idea of like somebody super seriously fucked you over and you didn't see it coming. So that it hurts, you know. Maybe that's what they did in the past, but it's saying you're not seeing something clearly. And if you're saying they're a player and the Ten of Swords is coming out, I feel like that would be you seeing that clearly. So maybe you're not seeing that clearly. Maybe that's not who they are now. Maybe you're, you know, I don't want to say you're taking it wrong because that's your experience. I'm not one to say what's wrong or right by how you feel, but I'm just saying, you know, maybe that's what's wrong about it. Maybe they're not like that or something anymore. I don't really give people hope like that, but I'm just saying it's possible. I want to give you my jaded nature. It's possible, but I don't know why it's so aggressive. It's coming in so rough. Like, oh shit, nothing can stop it. It just seems so forceful, you know, because it's the beginning stages of like trying to, you know, formulate something. It's pentacles. It's tangible. You can see it. You can touch it. You can feel it. It's not emotions, but it's like out of your control too because it's coming in so quickly. So you're having this like it's like you're having this like sudden insight about the situation. Right? And maybe that's why you said I think I should just move on. Because it seems like either this person's fucked you over in the past or that's their energy now. What is the Seven of Cups here for though? What is he not seeing clearly? What is not realistic about her view on this person? Why is the Seven of Cups here? It could also mean many different options. I mean, you don't think they're committed anyway. You said they're a player. So deep down, you really don't think they're committed, right? I mean, this is commitment. This is Taurus as well. Something that society would expect of you. I feel like you see that clearly. I know. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to figure it out in my own mind too, and it's like it's kind of all over the place, isn't it? I feel like really the Seven of Cups is like you. I mean, I don't think there's anything you don't see clearly unless this person is not a player. But obviously, there's a reason you feel that way, unless you're totally tripping. But you know, you're probably not. Why would you be? So really, I just think, you know, this person, like, you're not. They're obviously, if they haven't fucked you over in the past. That's the thing, though. I feel like you're seeing that clearly, though. You're like, they're a player, but why are you going to go for it anyway? Then, you know, like, do you really believe that? Because you're trying to reach out to them. So maybe you don't really believe that. You know? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're asking, like, should I reach out to them? It's an old crush, and it's like, but they're a player. But like, you're still considering reaching out. It's hilarious. I'm not making fun of you or anything. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if you really feel that way, or if you think that maybe they're not. And I think that the best way to go about that would be like follow their past behavior. If they have 10 of Swords to you before, then like I would go with that. Maybe you're not seeing it clearly. Maybe you shouldn't reach out. You know, maybe you kind of were like, you think it might be a good idea, but it's like, no, it's not. Because that's kind of what you're asking, you know, like you're like, he's a player, but that's what your question was, you know, should I reach out? What's going to happen? So it's like, why would you ask that? You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're not seeing it so clearly, but if you do go with their player, because you know that, That's what I'd go with, their past behavior, you know? I mean, you can hit them up, but it's like, why would you do that if you already know what to expect? That's what you're not seeing clearly. It's like, you already know what you need to know about them, you know? If you know that they're a player, it's like, don't, why would you, you know? Like, why would you go towards that? I don't know. We've all made mistakes, but like, it's kind of like you can avoid this one, I think. But the moon's here, so it's like, shit. It is so clouded. Like, you don't, I don't know why that would be. It seems like the way you're talking, it's like you know, but you're still wondering, you know? Maybe you just need to like step into like what you already know. Because I feel like, yeah, it's hard to accept that sometimes, but you're telling me they're a player, so it's like, why would you already know they're a player then? Maybe that's what you're not seeing clearly, you know, is that like you have the authority over the situation. And I think you got it. I think you're on the right track. If you already know that, please don't do that to yourself, you know? That would be kind of like weird. Probably wouldn't be a good decision. So you already know what you need to know, if you know that for sure. You're like, thanks for the confirmation of just like, I'm not gonna do that, but I already knew that. Why did I even ask that question? I already know they're a player. That's right. Hopefully that's kind of what you're saying to yourself. Ruby. All right, Ruby, I'm going to put you on the list. No worries. This is going to be the raffle. So if you want a reading still, this is going to be the last one. So let's, we're going to do a raffle. So if you want to be on this list, go ahead and put something in the chat because I'm going to close it in a couple minutes. Nick, Smiley. 170 Kritika. Okay. Yeah, Ruby, I got you already. Wow, that was a confusing one, wasn't it? I'm a bit confused myself. Buzz. Shh. Oh, no. Oh, wait. I already have you. Yeah. I got you. Okay. There's, let's see. I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes. We have 7 people right now, so let me see. If anyone else wants to come, we'll reach 10, and then we'll spin. Or we'll do the raffle. Hang on, Buzzy. Okay, let me take him out really quick. I'll be right back. Jesus. Once Upon a Fish. And Sheila or Shayla. Shahid. Okay, we're waiting for one more person to come. Finish out the list. So a couple more minutes. And if there's not anyone else, we'll just go with 9. We may just go with 9. Kalpana, I'm sorry. I hope you see that. I hope you can, I hope you know that I'm just doing what's fair. I'm not choosing like favorites. I'm, it's the wheel choosing. So, there's not any reason that you haven't been chosen yet. It's just, if you really, really want a reading or really feel like you really need one or, you can donate and of course you will get one. But if you don't want to do that, this is just the way we do things. And that's why I do it with the wheel though, because I do want to be fair to everybody. So it's just, it happens or it doesn't, That's why I do it that way though, so that no one thinks that I'm just like choosing or not choosing someone on purpose. So it's really just up to chance. So Muskan, I added you to the list as well, and now the list is closed. So let's do this. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay, so I'll add these 3 back to the list, or I'll add 2. Maria and Stacy. All right, now it's closed. So let's see. Okay, so into this box, oops, Kalpana, into the box, okay? All right, let's see. I'm gonna, show everybody who's going in the box first, so if you're not on this list, then let me know. And hello. And I'll add you to the list if you're not on it already, okay? Why do it gently? Just dump everything out. So Kalpana, Muskan, into the box. Maria, into the box. Stacy, into the box. Sheila, into the box. Once Upon a Fish, in the box. Kritika, in the box. Evie, 170 in the box. Nick Smiley, in the box. Mohaha, in the box. Kay, you know who you are? In the box. And Ruby R. In the box. Okay, so let's do this. Ready? How should we do this? What did I put for your last name? What did I put? Well, I didn't put Bogari, huh? What did I put? Yes, I did. Once upon a fish. Yes, I did. I added you. What did I put for your last name? I don't know how to pronounce your name. But sorry about that. You know who you are, though. Hopefully, we'll get this person the reading they need right now. Let's see. All right. Okay. Kalpana. Right on. That's cool. Because you wanted one. You're like, I've been here. Right on. Okay, so post your question and we'll get started for you, okay? Yay! Right on. See how that's cool. That works really well sometimes. You've been waiting, you've been patient. The wheel's like, yeah, okay, she deserves it. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Right on. That's cool. What's coming towards me in the upcoming days in your love life? Upcoming days, okay. Is there love in the air for you? Let's see what we can find. Okay. So I kind of want to use this love deck because, it's about love. So this is the Romance Angels Oracle. It's the knockoff because they don't sell it anymore. Doreen Virtue doesn't sell it anymore. But the ones that are out there are like $300, so this one works just as fine. Here we go. Kalpana. And I'm also going to get you a Chakra Wisdom Oracle because that's what the raffle winner gets, but also because it's really nice to get that all-around message that you didn't even really know how to ask for. Always very accurate with that one, so let's see. Kalpana, what's coming in the next few days regarding your love life? What's happening in love life? Too many fell out here. Don't worry. You'll still get the messages when you get. It's just I'm a sloppy sprinkler, so it really doesn't mean anything that it fell out. It's kind of just like I'm not very careful sometimes. So don't worry about not getting your message. Some people be like, oh, you're supposed to pick that up. So no, it happens too often for me to incorporate every card I drop into the reading. That would be like every single card in the deck, every reading. At some point would get into the reading. That'd be extensive, so just trust me on that. I'm the sloppy shuffler. So tell me about Kalpana and the next few days. Anything you need to know What is happening in regards to your love life? What do we need to know? What can we find out? If there's anything that you want to tell us, anything about what do we need to know? What is happening? Potentials or, obstacles, potential obstacles, anything at all that you would like to bring to her attention about her love life for the next few days. Please? What's her love life situation looking like? Papana, I need you to pick a number 1, 2, or 3. And don't second guess yourself, just whatever comes to your mind first. Watch 3. Everyone always chooses 3. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This is, here because either you feel this way about somebody, or when you do, maybe you meet someone or see someone you haven't seen in a long time, and something has sparked your feelings of romance, and it's saying they're real and worth exploring. So don't try to cover, or don't try to escape your emotions. I mean, it's okay to feel, and you need to just feel. I mean, you got to be okay with that. Romantic feelings. You're having romantic feelings. Don't shut them out. I mean, what's that going to do? So anyway, you could be meeting somebody. You could already know the person, but basically they're real and worth exploring. Try not to shut yourself out. It's important. We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So forgiving your parents will improve your love life, supposedly, right? I think that's probably true for everybody. But in your case, I feel like maybe it's something to do with romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then we're talking about healing family issues. So it's like once you heal those family issues, maybe one of the things that, maybe one of the issues you have in relationships is, or once you heal these issues, you're able to better say how you feel and know how you feel. Therefore, better know who you are, because it kind of feels like, maybe in childhood, or maybe your parents, made you feel like you couldn't really explore your feelings because maybe it made them uncomfortable, right? So it says past life relationship. You have known each other before, and that would tie right into healing family issues, right? Because if you guys were family in a past life, if you believe in that, some people do, some people don't. The whole idea, though, is basically this person feels familiar to you. If you don't believe in past lives, that's fine. The idea, though, is that the person feels familiar even if you don't know them. So it's like somebody feels very close, and you kind of connect in a certain way, and it just feels like you've known them for a long time. So it's pretty easy to get comfortable with the person. It might kind of be intense, or it might kind of feel weird at first, even because of that. It says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So again, this kind of ties into each other. It's like whether or not it's a past life from the past, like before this life, whatever you believe in. Like I said, it's a familiar feeling. This could be the one. You've known each other before. You already know the person that you seek. So the romantic partner, actually, I should say, you already know. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So wow, it could be somebody that you already know, and it could be somebody you're kind of stuffing your feelings down for. I feel like, because it's like for some reason they're not being encouraged to be expressed for whatever reason. It says passion, unrequited love, wedding, soulmate, trust, forgiving and learning, and very soon. This, I don't think that necessarily, I don't know. I don't really think it's necessarily that you'll be getting married. It could be anybody's wedding. A friend, it could even just be talk about marriage, okay? It doesn't have to mean that you are getting married, because that seems odd to be after unrequited love, it would say wedding. So just keep in mind, this situation involves marriage. Okay, it's not necessarily that you're getting married. Maybe you meet this person at a wedding. I don't know. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And that's after passion, which is allow your heart to and soul to sing with joy. I feel like this whole thing is kind of just like saying you need to open up to yourself more, because it's kind of like you've been closed off to yourself for a long time. You weren't encouraged possibly to say how you felt or express your feelings and emotions. So maybe now you neglect your own self, by not doing that. And that causes problems, no matter who you are. So it's like if you probably struggle to know who you really are and what you really feel, if that is the case. If that's the case. If it's not, it's not. But with these cards here, it kind of feels like there's like some kind of lesson, or there's some kind of it feels karmic for sure because of the past and how it's so familiar. But I think the main thing is like you need to explore your feelings and be okay with that, so that you can actually get in touch and in alignment with yourself. Because if you don't do that, then you're obviously going to be miserable. I don't know. That seems obvious, but I feel like that's the main message here for you. With that, with love, it's like it's not really about anybody else. That's the next few days. It's kind of about like you and the way you approach relationships. Because then everything can either be bad or good, depending on how you choose to approach things and how you choose to see yourself and your perspective on the whole thing. It could either be good or bad, and it really is up to you. It's kind of like you probably shouldn't be with anybody, because you obviously, it's like you probably should take some time to yourself. But again, you're going to do what you want to do, and I'm not hating. It kind of seems like maybe it's not about other people right now, and it's more about you figuring yourself out. So hopefully you'll be able to do that before you get yourself into another situation. Because you don't even know what you want. So it's kind of, that's probably why you keep going after people that aren't really good for you. I mean, story of everyone's life until they figure it out, right? Until they allow themselves to figure it out. Because again, you don't allow yourself to feel openly. So it's like, until you do that, you're going to kind of struggle with knowing what's best for yourself. Maybe you're trying to impress other people or give other people, what they want to hear. And it's really not doing you any good. That doesn't work for most people, I don't think. Like, no one wants to be miserable, but you won't be happy if you just want to, if you're just going to listen to everybody else about what you should do with your life and how you should feel. So I'm going to get you a Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Like I said, these cards are really great. They're very, the message is always just very, it's like a broad, like, it's just very, there's so many things it covers. It's not just one thing. And it's just really insightful. So what is Kalpana's, what is Kalpana's message? Expansion. It's a blue chakra. Expansion. The blue chakra. Oh my goodness, see? It's all about your emotions here. It says, find your way of expressing yourself. What were we just talking about? Explore your feelings because they're real and worth exploring. Anyway, express your romantic feelings because they're real and worth exploring, is what it said. So find your way of expressing yourself, the blue chakra. Communication is the overall impression. Keywords are truth, communication, loyalty, serenity, faith, spirituality, creativity, and expression, right? The manifesting intention is the cards of the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, reveal at a core level matters of communication. This includes creative focus and your ability to be heard and understood. Being able to communicate the truth you feel in your heart will bring forward all the positive attributes of these cards. When you deny your heart's knowledge, challenges will present themselves. Very straightforward. Here you will find a definition of personal leadership and redefine beliefs that no longer serve you. Personal responsibility will be brought into play, okay? That's something that's important to remember. Personal responsibility will be brought into play. So this is up to you. Like, no one can do this for you. You have to be real about it if you want to see change or you want to, see improvements with this. It's important. Even how you're coming off to others. You know what I mean? How you're heard and understood, it says. The blue cards are a reflection of how you relate to the world. All matters concerning self-expression will be revealed. These include personal forms of expression, such as writing, art, speaking, and presentation skills. The resulting experiences in your life are linked to how you communicate with the world around you. In essence, this means that you will not get what you ask for, but you will get who you are reflected back to you. Okay? All right, so let's see. Expansion. So the blue cards at a glance, it says expansion. The character is Sky God. Your life is changing as you move away from the old way of relating to others. New people are entering your life. Relationships may no longer work. You need to reach out to those who are in the same vibrational frequency of personal upliftment. Call upon higher companions to advise you at this time. I'll read that again. You need to reach out to those who are in the same vibrational frequency of personal upliftment. People trying to improve their lives just like you, that's what you need to go towards. Those positive people. So, all right, so Sky God. You'll see it when you believe it. The legend. Sky God was seeking wise counsel to choose the color of the sky. He wanted the beings of the earth He wanted the beings of the earth to feel serene when they looked at his work. Other great spirits remind him to trust his intuition. He will know the right color when he sees it. Sky God trusts and sees the color clearly. Thus, the sky becomes sky blue. Inspiration. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who is critical of your dreams. This indicates possibly changing your friends. Wow. So this is a personal inquiry. This is for you to ask yourself this question. How can I create powerful alliances? Are new people entering my life? Okay, and the key ideas here are wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, and being guided. The keywords here are counseling, connections, and progress. That's what I was thinking too, counseling possibly for you. If you're just feeling a bit lost, there's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's funny because that's one of the keywords for you, and connections as well. And it's almost like that's what progresses you. So counseling, connections, and progress. It's like they probably all go hand in hand, Okay, so the meditation here at the bottom, Kalpana, says, imagine something that you believed to be impossible for you to achieve. Maybe your dream job, more money, a divine relationship. Can you imagine it? Repeat aloud. I know this is possible. Say this phrase until you believe it. When you are ready, let it go. If you know your desire can be, it already is. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is expansion from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. There you go. Okay. I like that. It puts you in the driver's seat. But you got to get serious about, healing and your emotions and accepting them. Because no one's going to do it for you, Got to do it for yourself. But it seems like you should be able to do that, It shouldn't be. If you allow yourself, obviously. if you wanted to read that again, you could just rewind this. You can go back and listen to it again, or that's why I showed you the deck, because I'm sure you can find this online somewhere. If you wanted to read the passage yourself. And you got expansion. It's the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. There you go. All right, you guys. So I had a good time. Thanks for being here. I'm going to head out, and I will see you guys tonight. So be there or don't, but you should. Can't wait to see you guys. Hopefully see you again. Thanks for coming. If you were new, be safe out there. All right. Have a good night.